for Griffin here in the ninth inning. Mattingly of the Yankees hitting .333 in his first full season. Mattingly fouls it back. 1968 game had 20 strikeouts.
Earl, here's a kid with a beautiful batting stroke.
Yes,
in the beginning, he was suspect with you. You didn't think he had the power that he has shown.
No, he was trying to make the Yankees in 1982 when I was still managing, and everything that he hit that season went to left field. How quickly they learn, though.
Some.
Well, he has great bat control. He reminds me a little bit of Carew. He can hit the ball any spot in the park.
This is just one inning for Gossett, but so important to him personally.
Mattingly fouling it away, and the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes with Winfield waiting on deck.
There is so much inside of this man that he is never really told. He will never really tell everything. It's too complex.
In the air to the field. Tim Raines coming in through the logo and makes the...
Now Don Mattingly is at the plate. Ball 1. Mattingly last year became the first player to lead his league in batting and fielding. He had his string snap, but he's hitting over 300 again. You know how far back it goes to do that? 1888. A drive to right center field and deep. Willie McGee on a dead run. He one-hands it. Ward goes to the bag to tag. Ozzy's going to be the relay to Wallach, and it hits the runner in the back. Rice is safe at third.
Don Mattingly, meanwhile, comes up to pinch hit here in the 4th inning. He'll bat for Wally Joyner and then stay in the game. Joyner came up once and popped out in the 2nd. So last year's American League MVP facing Valenzuela and taking a strike. Ripken due up next, and then Winfield. And what you'll see from here on out, not only pitching changes, but a lot of other position changes in pinch hitters.
And there's a great story about Don Mattingly, who's not using his bat. He is using the bat of Mike Fischlin, the utility infielder for the New York Yankees. Mike asked him, he said, I'll probably never get to an all-star game, but will you at least use my bat? So he's using Fischlin's bat.
Probably. Teddy Higuera. Right, I guess there is. Teddy Higuera, sorry, Mike, in the American League bullpen as Mattingly fouls it away. But Fischlin's got a good enough sense of humor to understand, I would think.
It's going to take a tremendous rash of injuries.
Right.
I tell you, what a front runner, though. He couldn't have picked a better guy to let him use his bat.
He's already won a batting championship. He's already won an MVP award.
341 this year, as you see him fish after the low and away changeup. Excuse me, screwball.
And that's a posture that many have taken against Fernando Valenzuela.
Well, he's got so many pitches. You see the screwball right here. He's got a fastball he can spot. You see Mattingly out on his front foot. Something that's
back, and we talked to him in Boston last week, and he says, hey, this is the best thing. Play baseball every day. So he's a man carrying quite a burden magnificently. Mattingly now, who pinch hit for Joyner and struck out in the 4th inning. Valenzuela in his final inning of work, and if he does not allow a run, that'll make 7 2/3 innings in his all-star career without allowing a run.
the basic problem is I pitched my first 9 innings, didn't give up any runs, and then that's when the problems started. I got older, and the lineups got better.
1-2.
Don Mattingly, who I think in the New York Times a couple of weeks ago was voted the #1 player by his peers, a poll of I think about 419 players, said what he wants to do is you take another look at a
Screwball way out in front again. Pitch he struck out on last time. Said he wants to improve every time, every year he plays the game of baseball.
To Sandberg, and the inning is over. And at the end of 5.
Kirby's foot instead of the ball.
Mattingly, who has struck out and grounded out tonight, he didn't start the game. Wally Joyner did and went 0 for 1 as Mattingly takes outside.
Well, he's finding out what life in the All-Star game is all about. Twice against Fernando and again Fernandez. Not two easy pitchers to hit off of. Of course, if you're a pitcher in the American League and you happen to be left-handed, you realize that Mr. Mattingly is not just an out. If you're left-handed, hangs in there very well. Last year, I think 17 or 18 of his 35 home runs were off left-handers.
One of those strange stats, New York Yankee hitters against Met pitchers were hitless before Dave Winfield got the double back in the 3rd inning or the 2nd inning. Now Don Mattingly trying to do the same things, obviously unaware of that stat.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count on him.
Now, if this was Pete Rose at the plate, he would know that.
Oh, yeah, he'd know it. Yeah.
You know who the pitchers were and who the hitters were and what the exact 0 for 3, 0 for 4, whatever.
One-two pitch. 2-2 now. Runners at 2nd and 3rd with 2 down. There's Puckett. Mosby. First base open and Ripken on deck. And Mattingly goes down on strikes. So Fernandez strikes out the side. It's 3-0 American. Back after this from your local station.